Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday night. Winston Cup action, and Milty is very small. I don't know why that happened. That's not the way that's supposed to happen.
He's so small, you can tell that he's small.
Oh no.
Welcome to
Oh,
Phonics here.
yeah. Phoenix.
Man, I've seen some strange stuff on here.
Yeah. Let's make Milty big again. Make Milt Minter big again. There we go.
I
All
am
right.
6'3", so
All is right with the world. I'm the short one.
I can stand up.
I'm the 5'8" one here. I should have been shrunk. But yeah, welcome to Phoenix. Get our starting grid up there, and you can see, much to the surprise of, nobody.
Jimmy.
Much to the surprise of nobody, Ken Shea on the pole at Phoenix. With Chris Beckman to the outside. Rick Castle, nice qualifying run there for the 124. Jason Dulfer, Jam and Jay. I saw we had some cheering contingent out there. Yeah, Richard Kandari. So let's go 63, Jam and Jay. There he is in your top 5 qualifying with Mark DeRocket DeSenza. You know he loves this track. And this is the original Phoenix, the flatter version that came with the game and is much closer to what these guys would have run in 88, 89. So, yeah, it's flat tracking tonight. Managing the tires, managing everybody's braking points. Oh my goodness, now Milty's too big.
I'm huge. Looking at the points here early, Ken Shea with a 13-point lead. He's just about won everything, and he's on a roll. Rick Johnson and Chris, the
Like
teammates.
butter.
Drivers. Second and third.
Start your engine.
Rick Castle fourth. Dave Owens fifth. So Jason Dolfer had some bad luck and ready to try to make get a win here. And the 63 contingent is all over.
Ugh, I can't get it to behave.
I'm big. I'm small.
Yeah, I can't make it behave. Quick note out there, you see Pops Markson in the 99 Scotch Blue Ford is back from the disabled list. There he is. You cannot keep this man down. Good to see Pops back. We'll talk a little more about that later as we get going.
What? Pops, get some.
All right. Lights are off on the FSB pace car. We can get our jinxes in, Milty. I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit. I got Ken Shea. I got the 91. He's won every other damn thing.
Dolfer, let's get some 63.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we are green. Look, everybody's stuffing into turn 1, low there. But you can run up high, keep the motor wound up. See that little staggered wall there that serves as the entrance to the track. Dog leg, and then around to this flat, long turn 3 and 4. This track just a little bit over a mile long.
Admittedly, in my career, this was one that just got some good finishes, but I don't know if I ever got a win here. Just really tough coming out of turn 4 there. Keeping that car settled and taking a look at the lines here a little bit. Want to breeze that inside line and get up and get going there.
Oops, I forgot to fix my Band-Aid from last week's standings overlay. There we go. Last week's Band-Aid removed.
Really lined up and getting going here. Understanding this is typically one of those races where consistency is a big deal here.
The lap counter's still broken. What the heck? I know why.
Ken Shea is on it. He's always on it. But frankly, we see, uh, sparse appearances. This year, this guy could have like 50 championships. He's that good. This year, he's looks like he's putting an effort in to actually just be at the races. Because when the 91 shows up, he mean business.
All right, now the lap counter should be fixed.
Letting it drift down low, come right up against that wall there. I'm in the car here with the 91. Right down to the yellow line, let it drift up in an arcing motion, come back to the yellow line, go right up to that blue wall. Oh, smooth. Tap the brakes here, get down, let it roll right down to that yellow line. You see that left tire right on that yellow line, right up against that wall. That little gap right there, so scary. This is a track, you don't have, this thing goes green, this could get ugly. And it's not going green.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, we have our first yellow
ways
here.
out.
As we see from onboard, Mark DeSenza's car in third place.
Not much draft, pretty much no draft dependency. What do you do? Okay, so what do you do right now?
Oh
8
no!
laps in.
I found the
Take a
source
look
of the
at what happened.
caution. Well, we were going to get back to talk about Pops making his triumphant comeback here, and he heads into turn one. I'm thinking he maybe double shifted here, because some people were downshifting in the turns, and it just blew.
Oh, that thing blowed up right there. Come
Yep.
on, Pops. Man, dude has been through a slip and fall. He's been through eye surgery, slip and fall.
Yeah, just recently this winter, Pops, driver of the 99 there, he slipped going out his back door on some black ice, fell on the steps, busted a bunch of ribs, his clavicle, which is collarbone, and spent some time in the hospital. He's recovering now. He came back and raced. He started the race at the road course last night in the trucks. First time we've seen him in a while, but he's in good spirits. Oh! Ken Hansen gets turned on pit road by the 40 car of Jim Christopherson. Hansen's going to have to come back around and pit next time by.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, you see they're pitted right there on that curve.
Fortunately, he has gas here, and he shouldn't lose a lap. So
No, but it's going to cost him a ton of track position, as he was scored.
The beer can just got crushed right there.
Let's see if we can see the scoring rotate through here. He was ninth. The 9 car was ninth coming in, and he's gonna fall way back. But yeah, Pops made the start last night in the road course. He was feeling pretty sore, but in his own words, he was bored, so he gave it a try. And we see he only intended to run a handful of laps tonight, and looks like the engine had other plans for him. So Ken Hansen's going to try to get himself a Dave Marcus point, and it didn't quite work out there, as DJ Sorrentino had the same idea.
Being on the track already after all the concern, and talking with the boss there, Sam, for the race, and the outpouring of love towards Pops, and him, feeling it, and just being a part of it there, and I'm sure he really doesn't care. I mean, he blew up, he's a competitor, but just for him to get back on the track there, it's awesome. This league's been around for 18 years, coming up on 19, I believe, right?
Yeah, the game just turned 19 today.
And Pops has been there for most of those years, and those are friendships developed. Yeah, and there's a lot of them, and not just the guys that are still racing in the league, but a lot of other guys. My iRacing talking about teammates, all really concerned when
Oh,
found
did you
out
see what Ken
they
Hansen
were.
did going on pit road there? He got himself his bonus point by speeding because he knew he was going to go to the back anyway.
How about that? That's a smart move right there. You don't think these guys are pros? They know what's up. That's totally
So,
legal.
life gave him lemons. He made lemonade there. And that's a bonus point for the beer can. Meanwhile, lights are off on the FSB pace car. We got Shane Wisman. Probably took 2 tires to get himself up to the lead here. In that brand new paint.
With eight laps, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, really. I think it's probably a good move. It looks like his teammate Steve Weber. Steve Weber, hometown boy there, 83, may have pulled the same thing, but pace car's off, and we're back to green.
You hear that noise? It's a bumblebee behind you. Bumblebees scare me, man.
Nah, bumblebees. Bumblebees don't sting you unless you do something stupid.
Well,
you gotta intentionally manhandle a bumblebee. You gotta intentionally pick up and
gear with a point. So see what Hansen do here.
A bumblebee, you gotta like intentionally pick them up and mess with them. Look.
We got a car way out there. No foul.
I think that was the 53 really Skull Bandit. That was a Skull Bandit TG Reese, and he continues to fall backwards there. Oh, DJ Sorrentino slideways in front of him. Meanwhile, Ken Shea wants to lead back, and Shane will just let him go through the dog leg.
The guys on the inside. This is not like the version you see now, where you see them guys going all the way down to the apron. Pits are different. This is old school. This is circa same time as these cars. Right?
Oh man, Dolfer had to get in the brakes there to keep out of the 29.
Huge gap here between this top.
So watch what happened here. The 3 was letting the 29 go, and it looks like, I see Hale got loose in the middle of the corner. And that's how Jay got into him. Cost Jay a couple spots there, but no crash.
Jackson up against the wall. I don't know if he hit it or not.
Looks like he's okay, though. He'll continue. You'll see what happened to Tom here through 1 and 2 on the very next lap. He went up. Okay, he smoked the tires a little bit, but no, I think he kept it off the wall. He should be okay.
Look, so when you're in that second pack and you can't, don't get discouraged, dude, because if this race starts to go long, you can do strategy and save your tires.
So again, Ken Shea starting to check out here. We'll keep an eye on the right side there. See what Ken Hansen can do coming back up through the field. He should be one to watch here. Well, Shane Wisman's fallen into the grips of his teammate, the Big Cactus, the local boy Steve Weber in the 83. Suicide Prevention Awareness colors in honor of his son Steven.
Yes, it's a good track for him.
Actually, he told me Tuesday, he's like, this may be my home track, but man, I stink at it. And it don't look like it right now. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, he's stunk his way up to the podium so far, so I don't know about that, Webb. I think you're playing possum. Speaking of the possums, we need those guys back. Bubba, if you're watching, come on, bud. Track's open for you anytime. Monty,
Awesome Hollow Gang.
Monty,
Legendary.
Greg Combs, Tom Shear, all those guys. We love us some possum around here.
Let's go back in car with the 91 again. You just gotta watch the precision of this dude. He's in up all the track. Breaking the straight line, stop the brakes, and then get down to that yellow line, right up against the wall. He's up that curve.
A little hiccup there, guys.
Hard through here. This was the hardest corner for me. Just letting that thing drift and roll and then plant that front tire. If you're fighting any of those areas, you just use your stuff up and then you go backward.
Looks like my
Go back to
window froze there. Go back on board.
Wisman's already downshifted. The 91 is staying. Oh, the 91 pushes up there a little bit. It's that corner.
Nothing much.
You see the shifting of the 34 here. This, hard on the tranny here. These old style cars here are definitely gonna have failures. But you gotta go for it. Wisman downshifting in the center of the corner. Revving it out to 9 grand. You didn't see that in the leader here, though. I would imagine Rick Johnson also and Castle probably staying in fourth. Take a look at Rick Johnson in car. Staying in fourth. It's a lot of discipline. But then again, when you downshift, it helps you get the car to turn. So
It also wears the rear tires a little faster.
Yeah, because you're making the car a little loose, so get the nose to turn, but the rear to try to come around on you.
Meanwhile, Ken Hansen continues his charge to the front as he gets around the 115 of Dave Ellens and sets his sights on the 29 of Jeff
We
Hale.
got a battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Thanks.
Yeah, Rick Castle's
You get the
starting to work
idea.
on Webb.
There are many that have raced in this league about the almost 19 years, like Damien Costello was a master at this track. Oh, contact with the 124.
Looks okay there as Chris Beckman slides on
And
by.
Chris Beckman, little love tap there. Yeah, I see you. In reality, that was just both of them trying to grab their butt with 2 hands and hold on to that thing.
Yeah, that was just a little love tap coming off the corner. No harm, no foul. Everybody's good.
Oh, contact with the 83.
Oh no, that's going to do some harm and foul though.
124 gets into it.
124 is around. We should have caution on the track, I would assume. There it is, yellow light.
I think Weber got a little loose there. Beckman was really getting the charge and got in the back of him.
Looks like Shane Wisman has some heavy damage to the right side. We'll rewind this and take a look at it.
I think Rick Johnson might have avoided that. Some damage on the 83 car.
So, okay, oh, here's... Okay, oh, I think I see what happened. I'm going to back it up a little more here. So it looks like the 34 Shane Wisman got up and out of shape, which caused Steve Weber to cut low to get under him. Let's go helicopter here. So Wisman gets loose up the hill. He hits hard. So behind him is Webb.
Oh,
Webb
I didn't
reacts to
see
that.
that. Okay.
That's where the right side damage on Wisman comes from. So Webb coming down the track to avoid that.
I just saw the
Cuts
41
across the
getting
41's
the 83.
nose.
The 83's trying to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm stepping all over you.
And there's 59 threading the needle.
Crap.
Let's get a look at that from the onboard of our series admin, Ryan Johnson.
He's talking.
I need of all these buttons on my Stream Deck, I need one that sets off a cattle prod in your pocket.
Yeah, well, you know me.
Whoa, look at this. Woo, the Red Seas part for Ryan Johnson.
Drink before I talk, That's how fast it happens, folks.
So pit stops again. This time, Ken Hansen gets through without incident, but Jim Christopherson does not.
There's the Budweiser and Skull right there going at it. Contact. Don't spill the beer, dude. I can't remember. That's Budweiser.
Yeah, so this time Christopherson managed to get through without initial problems, but then, look at that stack up.
Yeah, Wisman's team said clear, and he came out. That is so hard, folks, because in reality, you're your big crew and your spotter, and is trying to get around the three there. Intense pit action. You don't think these guys want to win this race? Are you kidding me?
I hated to get into Webb there, guys. Am I going to have to count that one, you think?
I think he came down, to be honest.
Okay, I tried to give him room, but he just kind of showed up in my lane all of a sudden.
As he was reacting to the 34 going up the hill and hitting the wall.
Where he was spooked by Wisman into the wall and coming back down in front of him, so he slowed up. At the same time, you didn't see it as fast as he did, so I don't know. I don't make policy, but I see how racing incidents happen. I think it was just a bad combination of Weber seeing out of the corner of his eye, Wisman coming down and backing out just a hair there.
Yeah, I think it was bad timing. I was just getting ready to make my move, and the incident happened.
Yeah, we're watching it again, and
yeah, we're watching it from on board your car.
Webb got high there, but he's also getting spooked, and he probably got high because he missed his lift point because he was seeing the 34 get into the wall.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to roll out. He was getting ready to roll out the corner, and when Wisman got to the wall, he got spooked, jumped out of it, and cut down.
That's how racing incidents happen. It's like a split-second thing that everybody's trying to deal with, and stuff happens.
Yeah, 10-4. I better be careful just to be sure.
Yeah,
that's always
the driver rule is to yourself is count it as one. That way you already got to count this as one. We can dissect it later, but if I make contact with another car, I got to count it for one.
Well, meanwhile, pace car is off. Chris Beckman's back to his channel. We wish him luck and thank him for checking in as our in-race reporter, and he restarts P2 behind her leader, still Ken Shea, but check that mirror. Who's coming but the Co-Goat? This is Jim Ray, and Jim did not pick the 52 uncharacteristically tonight.
Jim picks the 52 vicariously.
Automatically. It doesn't have to be said.
It's like, you don't even have to know. Yeah, looking around, I was actually looking see if Pops was still hanging around. I'd like to get an interview. However, he is not. So understandable, but definitely cool. See him back on the track.
Yeah, I'm going to bet that his physical therapist put some sugar in the gas tank or something. Make sure he didn't race too long.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm a pretty physical guy. I do tile. I'm a tile guy, and if I say a tile, and sim racing is taxing on a old guy's body, you know, and he's older than I am, and he's, you know, so it's physical.
He's
You know,
hurting.
it hurts your feet, it hurts your legs. You're pressing on the brake hard. You know, I mean, you're turning the wheel, you're focused, you're intense. Sure isn't easy, but it's fun. Well, we'll have to see what kind of car he has here. Still P5, your local boy. Arizona is, you know, I was trying to think of that, my gosh, Scorpion song, Arizona.
I only know one Scorpion song.
Brad Johnson, where did he come from? Well, he
Yeah,
to
well, when he dodged that wreck, he moved up in several positions. All
This
those cars
is
had to
how
come
he
in and
gets
get
them.
damage fixed.
He a lot like the 52 here. They know how to race this track and this type of track. 91's been he the man, you know. Still last lap 29.9, best lap 29.7. So he ain't lying about here.
'41 car broke third gear on that last restart, guys.
Oh no! You're definitely not shifting for the rest of the night, that's for sure.
No, I'm just going to be hanging on for it, I think.
You weren't anyway, though. You were following Rick doing the fourth gear thing, you know, which.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was running third the whole way around.
Oh. Yeah, actually, we never did see his in car, so.
Yeah, well, you could do that on Tuesday night.
The sim is fickle with the transmission in these downshift applications here, and that is the nature of what you're dealing with, and it's never going to change. And sometimes it's random, sometimes it's so.
That'll help with the rear tire wear, at least. Maybe even it out. Though you might wear the front tires a little harder, so we'll see.
Well, and his teammate is definitely knows how to do that, and that's that break and lift deal there. Where break and lift early and let thing just bog down in the center, but then you get on the gas earlier, even though the revs aren't up. Your foot's in it, but you're still saving fuel too. That's another thing that could be an issue when it comes down to it. You're 41 of 125, long way to go. We've already seen a lot of green flag racing with what 2 cautions so far. You never know. Phoenix typically, in my career, was, you know, at some point it just goes green. So caught up in the excitement that I didn't know when they pit and when fuel and tires stops are an issue. So I guess we're gonna have to keep our eyes on the scanner here.
Keep your eyes peeled for cars pitting. I think
And
at a
that's
mile
gonna be
and
a little while here.
at a mile and change track, I'd say we're probably looking at the 40 to 50 lap range.
And when you look at the pace of the leader, still 29.8, just 1/10 off his and change off his fast lap. Right now they're not banking on that, but at the same time, when you look at his line, it's so smooth. He's not like charging the corners and challenging him. Oh, but then he gets a little sideways there.
Best action on the track is back here with the 34, 124, 40. These guys all racing for 10th spot here. It looks like 124 Rick Castle is going to get around Shane Wisman, see if he can bring the Highwayman with him.
The Highwayman brung it last week, and he's ready to. He needs a little bit of help here. Typical Phoenix there is a nice pass by the Highwayman on Wisman. You know, what car does Wisman have left after meeting the blue wall there?
Well, you can see the heavy damage on the right side of that car.
Whoa, the 40 pushing in hard there. Sideways. These guys are getting some here.
That damage, even though this isn't a super speedway, that damage is not doing Shane any favors in the corners and helping the car
Rick
turn. It's just going to make it tighter and tighter and wear the tires faster.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Castle,
right.
you know, caught up in some stuff there too. Nowhere to go. Is, you know, breaching on a chance to, you know, get a podium here this season again. But, you know, right now it's, you know, struggling a little bit, and he's
Well,
got
see,
to have
after-
some damage.
I think he's okay. But you see, after the 124 and the 40 cleared the 34 car, they both just checked out from that group. They're gone. As you can see how much Shane was holding them up. Next car they got their sights
When you
on.
get a damaged piece around here, it's just really frustrating. It's just lap after lap.
Next car they've set their sights on there is the 29 of Jeff Hale. The Tide Ride sitting currently in the 7th spot.
How about the beer can from the rear with the gear up to P7?
Yeah, recovered from that pit road kerfluffle quite nicely. Yeah, he doesn't give up, especially early in a race. He just changes the paradigm, and that's what he's done. He's like, okay, I'm going to lose track position anyway, so I'm just going to get myself a point and then go back to work.
Weber still in P5. He still looks like he has a pretty good piece here. Really good track for him here. Sinza, I haven't mentioned him tonight. P4. Yeah, how this pans out for him. He's gonna need to get some on these pit stops. Probably already in his mind right right now.
We took that restart around lap 31, I believe. And if, as I'm saying, if that's a, let's call it a 50-lap window, I'd expect to see them somewhere around halfway into this race. 125 laps on the schedule tonight. That makes, laps, let's see, 63?
Beckman right up against the wall, and the two teammates are definitely status quo here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pit it, nah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, take it. Yeah, do you want to take it all the way out as much as you can? I was thinking about splitting strategies here, so like halfway and then half again.
Well, that's the chance you're gonna have to start thinking about, because typically this race goes green past the halfway point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to run this one dry, regardless. And like you said, if it goes green past the halfway point, then on that final run, that's where you split.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pan out.
I've been caught my pants down too many times trying to short it. And if you get caught down a lap before the halfway point, that's tough to battle back from.
And Shay in command.
And teammates behind him there, the Highline Racing 52, Rick Johnson, and the 41, the third gearless Chris Beckman, hanging on to his teammate's bumper there, position 2 and 3. Looks like Mark DeRocket DeSenza getting through some lap traffic here. He runs fourth.
Well,
DeRocket's
Ricky,
fast around
he
here.
don't talk too much, so.
Webb has fallen into the clutches.
You gotta ask him questions here. Right now, you know Rick is running fourth. And he's all over his six here.
At 124, Rick Castle has already passed Jeff Hale. And now Jim Christopherson goes to work on the 29 car.
Now this is, interesting here. What are the teammates going to do here?
Which teammates? The second and third place runners there?
Yeah, Highline.
Yeah, I imagine they'll probably cook up some kind of strategy and execute it to a T. Brian Lovell, hey. What are you doing in there instead of out here? Come on, man. Brian Lovell checking in the chat, and let's see if we can find some of his teammates out there. There's Dave Ellens, last week's winner at Talladega. Currently scored in the 12th position in that 57 Chevy.
It's making it a little interesting.
And there's Brad Otto, just got put down a lap by your leader. That's going to put him in the 17th spot, one lap down.
Good
Right
job,
behind
those
TG
guys.
Reese.
Get out the way. The Highline's sitting here thinking, look, man, we're not keeping the pace here. Do we want, does Rick want to let his teammate by here? Or are they comfortable with this pace?
Well, Chris was disappointed in losing his third gear because he'd been running the full track in third, he was saying. But as you can see, I think that's been the better long-run strategy because he is all over his teammate right now.
Lap times are going down here as the tire dig gets worse.
Checking in on the scoring here. The fastest lap of the race so far is by DeRocket DeSenza, the 3 car. He turned a 29.672, good for an average speed of 121 miles per hour. And his last lap was a 30.163, so that is half a second fall off there. Well, Ken Shea's last lap was a 29.9. That's only
he's
like a
smoking these
0.3.
guys.
Yeah, most guys are in about the 0.5 second fall off bracket. Ken Shea's only falling off about 0.3, 0.4.
Well, he had to deal with that traffic too, and then he got a free lap and got some. It gapped him. Pit stops are coming soon.
Gotta figure, we already saw 31
Sponsored
of Brad
by
Otto.
Budweiser's, get the beers. I'll be right back.
As we noted, we saw Brad Otto hit pit road. He always likes to work the alternate strategy, but he's the only one I've seen so far. As Ken Shea works through more lap traffic here and just continues to extend that lead. Now up to 3 seconds over second place. Got the scanner up in my other monitor here. Looking for signs of pitting from any of the front runners. And I think it won't be until at least lap 70, though. Possibly into the 80s before they run it dry. If you can find any other battles out there on the track, Mark Desenza all by himself with some lap traffic between him and the next highest running automobile on the track, the 83. Holding strong in 5th place right now. He's had Ryan Johnson on his bumper for many laps now. Still holding him off, and there again is Ken Hansen, having battled himself back to 7th place. And even as they run, those guys are over 10 seconds behind the leader. Shows you what a torrid pace 91 of Ken Shea is put down here. Oh, there you go. Mark the Rocket Desenza is your first taker among the lead lap cars coming to pit road.
Here we go.
And we see his pit box there in the small window. And he's in. Teammate Jeff Hale with him. Let's try to get a better angle on him there. There he is, pulling out there. So that's your first lead lap car pitting. Yeah, I'm doing good, Brian. Milty's doing good.
Yeah.
We got Pops back, feeling a little bit better. He was back in, so he's feeling good. Gooder.
Well, yeah, as the leader here, the 91, you don't want to pit and then have a caution come out. So you're thinking about that. You got a great lead.
And Hansen down pit road.
Money
He
in
probably
the bank.
likes the fact that he's all alone coming down here and doesn't have to deal with any traffic as he pits on that curve.
Absolutely. And then you're talking about the undercut here. You can undercut these guys and get a caution later that's favorable.
Webb, Johnson, Ryan Johnson, that is, both hitting pit road right now. 11 of Brian Den, haven't talked about him tonight. He's getting his service. 9 car down and away. As Ken Shea continues to pace the field here with 30-second laps.
Well, as a driver here, there's a lot to you're driving, but you also got to think about the strategy.
And so that, as you'll see, has cost those guys a lap. Yeah, everybody who pitted from the lead lap is currently a lap down. So they really need this to play out.
I'm guessing with the advantage already, here comes Rick Johnson. Woo! Man, that's a great pit stop. The
His
multiple,
teammate stays
I don't know
out.
how many dadgum championships he has. The drummer, the sim racer, down on pit road. Perfect stop for Rick
His
Johnson.
teammate Chris Beckman has stayed out, so let's see if he comes in this time.
I think they just wanted to make sure they had a couple different strategies here.
Oh, I like that entry too. That's a good one. See the 34, Shane Wisman down and away. 91 of Ken Shea getting his service right now as well.
These guys that pitted early woo! 124 to
Excuse me.
41 to whoa, close comfort. Great job by Rick Castle.
We'll see where this plays out for the 91 car.
He had such a gap, but he needs to think about this real quick here. I think it's time to box. Got a gap.
Yeah, Dolfer's going to
Pretty
at least
much
collect 1
everybody's
point.
been clean, so I think it's time to hit that.
Yep, Dolfer's in. Dolfer is on pit road. So he's one of the last lead lap cars to pit. Gets himself a lap lead. And that's it. Everybody has completed the pit cycle now. Cleanly under green. Darrell Hansen in cheering for the Coors number 9 car.
Except for the 91 and the 52.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about,
They've
Milt?
already pitted?
Milt, you commented on their pit entries.
Oh, that's right. Oh, nice. Back in the lead. Back to the front.
You will do what I say when I say.
Back to the front.
You will die when I say. Oh, someone smoked through.
I'm surprised as how far they are ahead here.
Well, that was just execution. He went in with a 3-second lead, came out with Rick Johnson right on his tail. So that hot entry from Rick Johnson a lap earlier made a difference. Made a race of this. But how long can he hold on to him? Because we saw how Ken Shea just kept getting faster and faster in comparison to everybody else as the run wore on. Now, Ken Hansen came through that cycle in good shape too. He's in 5th place now. So Ken picked up 2 spots there on pit road. Now we'll see what it cost. Jason Dolfer being the last one in, he has fallen all the way. Just on there, he is in 10th and 20 seconds back. So that's the danger. He was trying to catch the caution, get some track position that way.
See how hard it is to hit here, you know?
Yeah, it's one of the easier pit road entries you'll see, but that curved pit road makes the stalls kind of challenging.
Well, the way Rick veered and went in there was just perfect.
And you can see what the net result was. He's now right on the bumper of the 91 car who had previously checked out on him. Wow, 52 rather, ran it really wide there, but kept it clean.
He's really pushing. 29.6.
He's using as much track as he can.
Last lap. At 29.6 for Shea. So, fortunately, When it hits sixes again, they ain't lying about.
First car to pit road in that whole exchange was the 3 of Mark DeCenza, and somehow he didn't really gain much from it. Still in 4th place. Whoa, he is way loose going in there into turn 3 and 4, but he pulls it back down.
Okay, you're wrecked here. You're starting to think, man, yeah, we're starting to see that car push a little bit.
Yeah, he's starting to fade a little as we go on board with the 52 car right now. Yeah, he's already starting to lose some of that ground he had gained on Ken Shea.
It's so fast. I mean, it's unbelievable. That's some traffic. You gotta think you gotta break a little bit early here and try to set up the 34 down this back straightaway and get him into turn 3. He's gonna lift right there in the kink. It hurts, but also hurt the momentum of the 91. He goes a little bit wide, but
Well, since we have... and yes, Brian Lovell named that tune. Brian Lovell named that tune, yes, it was Disposable Heroes by Metallica, back when they were good. And and on that note, I'm going to go get myself a refill and hand it over to Milty.
Oh,
that'd be the mic, not the
good
refill.
Good luck with that. Alright, so, what are we looking at? One more stop here? Or we can... If it goes green, but tendencies are that way. Don't rattle these dudes, man, Third and 4th place. Beckman and Mark DeCenza, man, I know that feeling. Like, man, I had a great stop. And, a couple cars had to go around cars. Beckman definitely had to go around, I think, the 3 on pit road, and that definitely, compounds the damage. Hansen from the rear to P5. He's got to be looking at, championship here. And also, man, we come from a long way back. Weber P6. Even tribute car. They need a caution here. Stuff is spread out. We always say, men from the boys, when you have green flag stops. I think the 59 is saving fuel here. What can that do for you? Wish I was smart enough. Still got one more stop here. 35 laps. Go. The 59 is definitely clutching. We know what he do on alternate strategies, and that's what he's trying to do. Ryan Johnson, a student of the game here. Shay in command. Dictate your race. What you do when you're leading is you want to stay out. You got the gap, you got the speed. So, you know, me thinks fuel-wise, they can make it. So that's what Ryan Johnson is doing. He's clutching. He's not planning on pitting again. The rest of these guys
Take a listen.
Are on the edge. And you look at lap times here, the Shea is just doing this thing here. Backing it off a little bit.
Ryan Johnson is definitely clutching, as you said.
There would be no reason for him to do that unless he's planning on not stopping again.
Yeah.
Just going green, and we've seen him win races like this. Can these other guys go the distance? We shall see.
I said before the race, you know, I bet he's thinking he was not very confident coming in here. I said, "Oh, watch it, Ryan. You'll pull some kind of fuel mileage strategy out of your hat. You know it." And he just laughed it off. But here he is. He's going for it.
Look, clutching is hard. You know, you got to lift and roll these corners with the clutch pushed in.
Clutching at a braking track is particularly hard.
Absolutely. And
clutching at a speedway is easy.
Track, yeah.
Although if you're backing it up earlier, you can kind of forego the brakes.
Yeah, that's another strategy where you don't clutch, but you lift way early. What is Rick Johnson doing here? Take a listen. Because he's not going to have the pace to keep up with the Bumblebee. No way. He knows that. He's running in fourth gear, but he's not clutching. Maybe he thinks he can make it too.
All right, lap 72 is when...
He's a great fuel saver.
Lap 72 is when Ryan Johnson was on pit road. And at that time, Ken Shea had not yet pitted. So, let's see, 72.
We're not mentioning some of these other guys, but this is typical Phoenix. It's kind of, you know, you get a lap down, you're just driving around.
Yes, there it is. Lap 72, Ryan Johnson getting service in his pit box. So that makes 28 plus 25. That's what, like 63 laps? If he runs all the way?
If you say so. Well, and what did you talk about the fuel window? Around 60?
I was expecting it to be about 50. Oh, someone's around. Got a car around. Appears to be the 29 of Jeff Hale. Caution flag out. The point is moot.
Absolutely. Ding, ding, ding. Box,
53.
box, box.
Yeah, 53 was the...
44 to go. You got to pit. And
If
you
it-
got to go.
53 was the 125, the window to 125 from 72. So yeah, it's about what I expected.
Yeah, well.
How the turns have tabled.
Well, you're the 91. You're like, yeah, man, But at the same time, you're like, I can do this. I can do this all night. I've been the best car all year,
Well,
and nobody's gonna show me anything different. Bring it. I'll
so
whip
yeah,
you.
here we go. Going into turn 1, the 40 and the 29 got together. And that's your source of the caution. 29 and Jeff Hale going around. Yeah, see, Dog checking in the chat. Yeah, he got the math right before I whipped out the calculator. I don't know why I can do this math when I'm driving, but I can't do it when I'm broadcasting.
And I'm a driver, not a mathematician, so.
Like, even on the nights I'm not drinking, I can't get the math right in the booth.
You figure it out when you gotta drive. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're
pretty
just gonna
much.
get beat all the time. It's way more important to you when you're driving than when you're BSing. Yeah.
There's probably something to that, Milty.
Absolutely.
Not running out of not running out of fuel and leaving points on the table is a very strong motivator.
You're much more serious. A couple weeks ago, we ran the 24 Hours of Daytona, and we finished 7th place. And not one driver of my 5-man team disappointed. And four of us were former FSP drivers, and 24 hours we kicked ass, and we got 7th place. So when you're, it's all fun and games until it's time to get something done. Yeah. So let's reset here, and
how's this restart going to affect the 41? How's this restart going to affect the 41 missing his third gear?
Second win here, When I forgot that Rick and 91 pitted, I think the Budweiser is starting to get to me, but.
Oh, and look at that. Chris Beckman got around Rick Johnson in the pits.
Well.
And oh, by the way, hello from being backwards on pit road, end of the longest line. He fought his way back up into the top 5 under green, and now here he is, sitting pretty in P4 when we take the restart. The beer can, Ked Hansen. Do it.
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
Crush another one. How about that beer can? Let's go.
How about that Coors beer can indeed? Or Kami, as Thor likes to call Thor Dog 108 there likes to call him.
Look, as a person, we're friends. As a driver, it's just like he's an amazing dude, and he just does it. He is a student of the game and knows he's in a world-class pro racing league, and he just never gets discouraged. He works at the craft, and he knows he's not the fastest guy most of the time, but sometimes he is. But he works it, and dude loves the art of racing and the brains behind it.
Well, this was definitely a mastercraft.
You're a smart guy, Me, I'm just like, if it wasn't for smart guys, I would have never got nowhere,
And this is a masterclass in the craft of racing for Ken Hansen there.
2003, this is as good as it gets. If you disagree, then come here and try to whip these guys. I dare you.
Green flag, lap 106.
Green flag, here we go.
Oh, he wanted the outside. did Ken Hansen, but he's going to settle down behind the 52.
Look, everything changes, when you're pacing, when you're working to get the front like he did now, but it's still P4, and it's, you're still thinking, I want to get on the podium, that you can't think like I want to win this race right now. You have to, and there's, 18, 17, 18 laps to go here.
Tell you who didn't
But
want
now
that
you gotta
caution.
go.
Tell you who didn't want that caution. You see here is the 59 of Ryan Johnson.
No,
He had already committed.
not.
He had already committed to that long run strategy,
Yep,
and it
yep.
cost him several spots. He's sitting 8th spot right now, trying to
How
fight
many
his way
times
back
have
up there.
we seen him win like that, though?
Yep.
He's just another guy that knows these guys all know where they're at. They know who these guys are. They race against them almost every night, so they know what they got, and what you got,
Absolutely, but still a strong run, sitting inside the top 10 there. The brothers Body and Paint, Buick, number 59. Shane Wisman also having a strong run there in the top 10.
Nothing for the 91.
Oh, no, wait, no, Wisman's down a lap. Never mind. I thought Wisman was in the top 10, but he is scored first car a lap down.
You made a mistake? Oh, all right. Hey, you made a mistake right there.
Oh, well, you heard my math before. Yeah, that's pretty bad, too. Somehow I got 63 when it was 53.
Well, when you see a performance like this from the 91 against these great studs, which is not over.
Still hanging into the top 5. Got the 83.
Great drivers that have been in this league throughout the years that just whip the great drivers. I mean, these guys are all studs, and then all of a sudden you just got a stud among studs, and right now the 91 is that guy.
By the way, the 40.
Matt Watkins do it. Seen the 52 do it.
And by the way, the 40 of Jim Christopherson did retire after that last caution, probably in deference to the 2-incident rule, having to look back to that pit road contact with Ken Hansen as potentially his other incident.
Well, you load the car up on the truck and you get to the next one. It's Miller time.
Now it's Super B time because we're coming up in the final, or we're inside the final 20 laps here, coming close to 10 to go, and there's just no sign of anyone having anything for that number 91.
Can we look at a little in-car of the two chasers? And Rick Johnson is really pitching now. Can he bring, the great thing about Rick Johnson cockpit here, thing about Rick Johnson is his strategy is being able to lay it up, lay off that throttle, work the situation, but then when it had to be money time and attack, in the past, all his championships, he was able to do all that. The trio, the 3 keys.
He's kept the car in one piece. That's the first part of the battle. So he's there at the end as we get close to 10 to go. And he's sitting P2.
Just
So
God, can't say, oh, he gets a little bit loose here. Can he rattle the dude that's been dominating all night? I don't think so. These guys know each other, man.
Ken just looks like he's loose every single corner, but he always hangs on to it. Now, look how much of the left side of that car we're seeing from on board with with Rick
The
Johnson.
yaw in that car.
Yeah, that car is yawed on entry every single corner. That right rear tire must be singing.
It's not singing, it's working. He knows how to make that car plan and get the best out of the corner. We just, as fans, we haven't seen.
Look at that! Oh, that is dead sideways. You can practically read the door number.
Unbelievable. We haven't seen him commit to a whole season and what he could do, at least on, Friday nights. About gosh darn time we see that, because this guy is as good as anybody I've ever seen in this league. But here comes Rick Johnson working it. In his
Catching.
mind, he's thinking, he's obviously watching him right in his mirror here. How can I work the corner, change my angle a little bit, or keep it the same and work him? I gotta get close to him.
Meanwhile, the 83 of Steve Weber has surrendered 5th spot to Jason Dulfer.
Coming up on 6 to go. He's getting closer. Discipline. You gotta be disciplined right here. Just execute. Out-execute your opponent. Can you do that? Got
And hold on to 6th.
So we're coming up on DG Reese here.
Oh, someone smoked the tires into one.
Generally, the leader gets the best pickings. It is the way of things.
Not sure who left that smoke cloud in turn 1, but they kept it going. Probably a little brake lock up there.
This is going to be bad for Rick. This is not going to be good. Can he get around him? Yeah, good job. But he has to angle his approach a little bit. And he's going to lose some coming out of turn 2. But actually, he gains a little bit. Oh, come on. Get to them. Get to them. These guys are so good, folks, man. If you ain't never done this, these guys are good.
Webb's still trying to hang on to 6 there. He's got a mirror full of Rick Castle.
Coming up on traffic here.
Three to go.
This is Rick's chance right here. He knows it.
I don't think he's close enough to do anything. And 91 just keeps getting smaller and smaller in his windshield.
They're going to come up on him. Where do they go? It's going to slow the leader down or not? It is. Rick's got to balance it right here. Get by DJ Sorrentino.
I think it slowed Rick. I think it slowed Rick more than it slowed Ken, though. I think Ken caught him at just the right spot.
Intense. Coming up on 1 to go.
Yep, white flag this time by Rick Johnson. Rick's got to worry. I think Rick's got to worry more about hanging on to 2nd than about catching the 91 right now, as he's falling into the clutches of his teammate, the 41 of Chris Beckman. No 3rd gear, no problem.
See that in your mirror? Yep.
Meanwhile,
What does Shane do here? Does he get ballsy? Oh boy, that was close. Dave
it's good.
does a great job to stay out of the way.
Yeah, Dave just lets these guys go best he could. Checkered flag in the air. Ken Shea absolutely dominating this one.
41 all over his teammate there. Great job. That's your top three.
Ryan Johnson battled all the way back up to 7th
Woo!
there, getting to Webb. Not quite past him there at the end.
From start to finish, 91 kicked some butt right there.
How do you spell dominant? SKJEI.
Get some. That was a great race.
Only 2 cautions, leaving us with an average speed of... does it have it on here? It's on the standings. Average speed 104.9 miles per hour with just those 2 caution flags in there. We had green flag stops. Had it all out there. Battles throughout the pack. And again, an absolutely dominant performance from the 91 once again, who, yeah, there's a reason he's the points leader. It's because he keeps doing that.
Can't get the points to upload, so not going to be your guy tonight for that.
Uh-oh, what happened?
It won't work. I don't know.
What's it telling you?
Click it. Well, when I click on series, upload export, it won't even... Oh, there it goes. Maybe I'll get it now.
I noticed it runs a bit slower since RLM came back up.
I tried a few times. Sorry on your broadcast, guys.
These things happen.
Here we go.
We're having a little technical difficulties there, folks. Series admin Ryan Johnson getting the points up to date, which I think it's working now.
Yeah, it should be good here in just a few seconds. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it's taking a while to load the points. I just reloaded it in my main window, too. My OBS window, rather. There it went. So, that sounds about right. 13 points up at Rick Johnson. We've already got our 3rd place finisher in here. Let's get Milty back into the picture, and he can go pick up Rick Johnson and Ken Shea. I'll get started here with Chris. Man, you lost 3rd gear pretty early on in that run. Didn't seem to affect you too much there, and you might have been able to do something with Rick if you had just a little more time, huh?
Yeah, I was just kind of hanging out. I think I kind of had to relearn how to run the track, halfway through the race there. Like I said, I prefer 3rd gear with this setup. I wasn't able to use it, but I was still able to hang in there. Ken is so tough here. I think we're pretty much racing for 2nd, but it would have been fun to get up there, at least give it a shot at him.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like you had better long run speed when you were relegated to 4th gear, and so I think it actually ended up helping you in the long run because, I mean, the results speak for themselves there with the top 3 finish.
Yeah, you were dogging Rick at the end.
Yeah, 10-4. Like I said, I think had the gearbox situation not bit me, it would have been fun to get up there and give him a chance. But still a great finish. Happy to get on the podium with Ozark Highland Trail Association on the car again, and just keep plugging along. Top 5s all season is what we're looking for.
That's what you gotta do. Set up for those top 5s. You're sitting P3 in the points as well. I mean, it's hard to feel bad finishing 3rd to the 2 guys who are already leading the points because they're up front every dang week anyway. And one of those being your teammate there, Rick Johnson. You really gained a lot on that green flag pit stop. That must have been a whale of a stop. And then at the end there, we thought maybe you had something for him, but just started to fall off. How was it out there for you, man?
Vintage Rick Johnson. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I had something for him in my dreams. That's about it.
I almost spit whiskey and Coke into my microphone on that one.
Well, we were watching a lot of in-car. I was. Was your teammate, and definitely watching and talking about how you would try to attack him and use the traffic at the end, but you know that the drivers are so good. You know, they got out of the way. It really wasn't. It was status quo there. You just needed a little bit of a wrong place at the wrong time for Ken, and it just didn't happen. You know.
Right. I was just hoping he made a mistake, get a little loose or tap the wall or something, just to get me a little bit closer to him. Maybe I could race him a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, you had a car. And once you got there, you could have.
Yeah, it's like we're running the exact same lap times. It's really hard to do anything.
Exactly. I mean, you guys were like 29.9, 29.9. You know, fastest laps were better, but you know, at the end there, it was just solid deal.
Yeah, me and Chris really didn't really have a plan of how to attack him. We just kind of gave up right halfway through the race.
That's understandable.
We just kind of aware of our situation we were in, and just kind of trying to get a good finish. Get
Yeah, and, you know, if that thing would have stayed green, or Ryan Johnson was clutching there earlier, and he was, you know, that
He
was
had something up his sleeve.
interesting to try to make it, but it just didn't happen for him.
Yeah, I was going to make it.
He was going to make it. Everybody else wasn't. Yeah, we did the math there, and he had 53 lap run. What was the window?
You did the math.
Well, I initially came up with 6.
Clutched immediately after that green flag pit.
Yeah, we saw
I wish
that,
I would have went a couple more laps because I still had 2 in the tank, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and pit. And when I came out, I was like, you know what? I think I can clutch this thing and maybe steal it. But yeah, it didn't happen, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's
Well, Ken
great
Shea pitted
stuff,
a lap or
Robert.
2 after you anyway, so I think he might have been. But I don't know. Could you make it after that one and only green flag stop there, Ken?
No.
Okay. Might have worked out there, Ryan.
Oh,
But anyway,
you know,
great run,
we got
Ken.
the-
And I don't know how you were still running 29.9s when everybody's tires were roached. Only about a 0.4 second drop off. We were on board with Rick at one point, and we could read your door number going into the corner every single time. It was like you were just hanging that thing out there. That was a hell of a run. Congrats there, Ken.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, that was one of my favorite tracks. And congrats on Rick. And I didn't know Chris lost third gear. I was wondering why he was letting some people go. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, it was a blast. I want to thank Slingshot Motorsports, and I don't know if my dad's watching tonight, but I hope so.
Yeah, we got the Ken Shea fan club out there. Sound off if you're in the chat. Let Ken know.
Well,
You
you
were
can watch it
watching.
later because it's on YouTube.
Absolutely, it archives automatically. It stays there forever, unless I pull it down because I screwed something up, and then I just upload the fixed version later.
Well, every time my dad watches, I don't finish the race, or it's a bad race.
It's
Every
like the
time he doesn't
broadcaster
watch, I
jinx.
do pretty good. Yep.
It's like the broadcaster jinx, except there was no broadcaster
Yeah,
jinx
that
this
was
week.
like me in high school,
Yeah.
like 40 years ago, playing basketball. Yeah, when nobody
Yeah.
was watching, I was pretty good.
I went out on a limb and I picked you for this one, and you didn't wreck. So the broadcaster jinx confirmed gone.
Well,
Well,
you know,
thanks, Bud.
things I looked at was, you know, some great racing with great studs. You're all right there at the end. Yeah, as a student of the game, I was watching the lines, and I just really, you know, your line. We saw the yaw in the car as we were watching Rick Johnson's in car, and Rick a little bit like earlier in the corner. I mean, the way you took that car to the outside and then brought it in and really got that yaw in the center of the corner and planted the car.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. To
I was
watch
waiting for
from
either
the
one of you
car.
guys to clip that wall coming off too, because you guys were like right up against that thing every time, scaring me.
We can see your number. I mean, and then, you know, as we were watching from Rick's in car, and then watching you just take that thing right out, and all y'all were doing that, you know. But it was just, you know, it was amazing to watch from the in car.
Yeah, Sean, I used to be afraid of that wall. Now I aim for it.
Nice. It's like how it's like how you want to miss an obstacle in the road, something you can drive over. You actually aim for it, and then your wheels go around it.
Yep.
Great job, Ken. My cousin Jason in Minnesota is always happy when you win.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Nice. Well,
That's
congrats
interesting.
again to our podium finishers there. Ken Shea's now won 4 of the 5 races in this season. He didn't get Talladega because, Talladega. And still only a 13-point lead over Rick Johnson. Shows you how this point system is designed for nice, tight points races. We're not quite at halfway. Ken, I can't remember if you said your plan was to run the full season or not. But if you are, you're certainly in the catbird seat.
So. The fans deserve to see the.
I think you said you were taking vacation or something?
Yeah,
Because he's a goat.
that's still on. Yep.
Okay, well, maybe take a wheel to the hotel room. But anyway, great
Yeah,
run
there you
so
go. I
far.
think I will.
And we'll
Just
catch you
one
guys.
lap, dude.
Next week is Richmond, and I don't know. Are you any good there? He's good there.
Are you
He's
kidding
good there.
me?
Oh boy.
So, yeah. Good luck next week at Richmond, everybody, catching this guy. But again, we thank our podium finishers, Chris Beckman, Rick Johnson, and their race winner, Ken Shea, for joining us here for the post-race show. We thank our admin, Ryan Johnson, getting those points updated, even though it gave him a little bit of guff tonight. Thanks, as always, my partner in Sound and Vision, Milt Minter Jr., for joining me on camera and on the air.
Drank a little too much beer, but that's what I do. So.
You have any idea how much whiskey's in this thing? I'm amazed I could hit any of the right buttons tonight. We thank our league owner and promoter, Sam Young.
We just talked.
I just push the buttons, and sometimes I push the right ones. And, of course, Sam Young keeping this thing going, keeping the league going. And NASCAR 2003 turned 19 years old today. And here we are, still running
league
it.
is coming up on 19 years, too.
19, not 90. Jesus Christ, Milt.
19.
Don't do that to us, Mel.
I'm old, but I'm not that old, man.
I'm only
Yeah.
125.
We thank all of you for joining us out there in the YouTube chat, tuning in, liking, subscribing, spreading the word. The game's alive, the league's keeping it going, and we'll see you guys next week at Richmond. But until then, saying goodnight for FSP Racing Live, I'm Sean Reap. Good night.